Hey, Grandpa, can you tell me a story?
Yeah, buddy. Okay, it all started back in 1967 when William Afton and Henry Emily opened Fredbear's family-friendly diner, Fredbear's Family Diner, featuring a brown furry suit of a bear as a mascot. Henry would usually wear the suit, as they didn't have enough money to hire someone to do the job for him, and they were studying it. William studied engineering, and Henry business administration and communication. William met an unnamed woman, with whom he married, and 3 years later had a boy called Michael. They met in the court. William was being charged for murdering a child that was allegedly crying outside the diner for being scared of Fredbear, the bear, and for being scared of Fredbear, the bear. And she was working selling hot dogs in front of the building. In front of the building. William was released because they didn't have evidence pointing to it. It took them 4 years to actually achieve any success with the diner, as they learned from little Michael that Fredbear was born. William then designed a new mascot, a yellow furry suit of a rabbit called Bunny. The chemistry between both characters works like black magic, and success reigned on them in a day. The amount of money they got was so much, William used it to test his engineering skills, designing the first 2 Springlock suits, which were obviously Bonnie and Fredbear. The success increased. The diner's success was so big, a company decided to buy it and open a franchise around it. Henry and William sold it, seeing a whole lot of profit coming from it. But there was a catch. The company used sneaky legal actions that allowed them to have the diner 100% under their possession, erasing Henry and William's name from it. The company then opened Fazbear's Entertainment to take care of her. William was so pissed because of this. He cut any relationship with anyone involved with the franchise. Henry, on the other hand, didn't know any other thing to do, so he asked for a job. He became the phone guy.
Well, 4 years sounds like a long time.
Yeah. Freddy's opened in 1973 and featured 4 furry suits of animals: Freddy Fazbear, a recolor of Bonnie, Chica, and Foxy the Pirate. This made William even more pissed when he learned that the 4 animatronics were out. He started planning his revenge. Also, the diner was still open as a sister location for Freddy's. In 1976, William had twins, a little blonde girl and a little brunette boy. He started to teach Michael to take care of him because Daddy would be around forever. During his free time, William started designing and projecting new weapons. He hated the name animatronics. And plans were gone. After robotics. But he had another plan under his sleeve: ruin Freddy's from the inside. He disguised himself as Dave Miller and started working. Applied for daytime security guard at Freddy's. As he was always wearing purple, the uniform's color, and usually hid in the shadows to stay out of sight of anyone who might recognize him, he was nicknamed by every child as the Purple Guy. During his time in 1980, he did his evil plan. Using the Spring Bonnie suit he built years earlier, he lured 5 children to a back room, murdered them, and hid them inside the body of the animatronics.
Oh.
In case you're wondering what he did with the 5th one, he obviously hid it in a spare Freddy suit he then painted yellow. Yeah. Fortunately for the body, they actually caught Henry instead of him, or William, I believe. They actually caught Henry instead of him, as one of the cameras caught him walking around in one of the suits. He got out sometime later as they managed to prove he had some mental disabilities and had a fixation with wearing the suit so large, and had no vulnerability, but did, well, he was fired when Freddy caught it. With the help of the money he got from selling the children's organs in the black market, William opened Afton Robotics and had everything ready to open his own kid-friendly restaurant, Circus Burns Pizzeria. The problem was that he got a new hobby, and this is where his life went downhill. He liked the idea of killing children so much, and the profit he could get from selling their organs. Healthy children organs are way more valuable than adults. He made special alterations in his robots, turning them into kidnapping and killing machines. The problem is that in 1982, he accidentally let his daughter get close to Baby when he wasn't there, and Baby killed him. He knew he was the one to blame, but he actually blamed Michael for this, saying that he, as the older brother, should have protected him. This incident led to the pizzeria's cancellation and William's divorce. His wife took Michael and the other boy with her, leaving him alone. His new hobby and this incident in his life led him to become a human monster. Going away from the little Afton story, let's talk about the children he murdered. The first one came to possess a puppet from France. The other 5, with the help of the first one, possessed the suits they were stuck inside. Then they started killing any adult they could at night. When there was no children around, because they thought every adult was the puppet, they burgers when they were still alive. William's ex-wife took the children and they started living close to the diner. That was still running right. For the good old times, before the problems, she would take them out. William, on the other hand, didn't like it in size, and bought a warehouse close to their house, where he built an underground room he used to monitor cameras installed in the house, the diner, and in the street. He also started to grow the warehouse to building circus babies, entertainment, and rental. He also returned to his day roller persona with the diner, taking a closer look at his sons. After the baby incident, Michael became a rebel teenager who, rebelling against his father's will, bullied his young brother. For the better than luckiest, he was also traumatized for actually having witnessed Baby killing his sister in the year before. For his luckiness, though, he had a reliable friend, a psychic friend from there. Unbeknown to him, the plush was actually a camera his father used to check on him. More unbeknownst for him, when the plushie talked with him, it was actually the spirit of his sister who was haunting William's warehouse, and with supernatural abilities managed to speak to the camera system. You all know how it happened. Birthday party, bad joke. Head inside the boy's mouth, and chomp. Crying child's head got crushed. He went to the hospital but died. His sister tried to help him, but in the end, he became a ghost purple hair. Crying in the corners of anywhere the suit that killed him was at. Sonny?
Yeah.
You doing okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. After the bite, Michael's mother committed suicide and was taken under William's keeping. But William wasn't happy with his son, who caused the death of another one of his children. William projected the new building have a place for torturing children, specifically made for Michael. Actually, the room was designed to mimic Michael's room from the other house, so when he would fall asleep, William would take him to the nightmare room. Michael would be drunk, and unleash nightmare robotic versions of the Cosmere animatronics to haunt him at night, giving him some reminders of what he could do with fire. This marked Michael for life and turned him into a better person actually. A long time later, in 1987, another Freddy's opened, with new animatronics. William became Dave again and killed more 5 children. The place temporarily shut down, reopened in November, but didn't last after Mangle bit someone. Henry was once again without a job. The problem is that, in this attempt, they recognized Dave's murder, so he had to hide himself for his own sake. During the time hiding, William started pondering about his decisions in life, how it screwed everything for him, caused the death of his family, lasting only him and his older son. That was it. The solution. If he, William, ruined everything, Michael could be the one to fix everything. He then sent a letter to Michael explaining everything he should do. William was aware of the spirits and possessions, and knew his daughter was circus baby. So he sent Michael there first. Then sister location happened. And yeah. Michael got scooped. So baby first thought Michael was William, but then she recognized his brother and saw an opportunity for her and the other sentient robots in the rental to be him as a human disguise. To prevent his brother dying from this, she did some black magic researches and found a way to prevent him from dying. Then Enter came to be. Michael was spooled into the scoop around and became a suit. Enter tried to live a life as a regular human being pretending to be Michael, but unfortunately the black magic didn't prevent his flesh from dying. So the disguise was ruined and Enter left Michael's body. Now living in the sewer, waiting for it to become helping. But even though Michael became an undying walking corpse, his job wasn't done. He had one last thing to do, free the souls of his father's souls. So he went to work at a fetish that reopened in the 90s to check if the possession thing was really going on there. Henry died right before Michael began to work. Michael got a fake name, Mike Schmidt. It wasn't as good as his name as his father was. And worked there. He was unfortunately fired for being a smelly corpse and supposedly tampering animatronics. So he waited for the pizzeria. When the pizzeria closed for good. With the help of Shadow Freddy, who was actually the spirit of his younger brother, he dismantled the animatronics, freeing the children's souls from the physical experience. For Michael's unluckiness, rotten corpses are purple, which led to the spirits into believing he was the purple guy, and consequently was happy. Thankfully, Michael didn't remember about the spring body suit he used to fool the spirits his father made him. Unfortunately, the suit failed him, crushing his body as the spirits cycled. Killer was dead for good. They left him. Michael's still there, sitting in an abandoned room, a rotten body inside a broken suit, with his brother. Well, so,
Wow. That's horrible.
Yeah.
Is there any more?
Yeah, but it's about time for you to get a bed, so we'll leave the rest of the story for tomorrow.
Okay.
Good night.
Sounds good. Good night.